On this day, September 23rd, in the year 1215, a grandson of Genghis Khan, one of human history's most terrifying conquerors, was born. His name was Kublai, and when the Khan of all Khans passed away in the year 1227, the 12-year-old Kublai will be thrust into an unforgiving political climate where only the strong and shrewd could be afforded the chance to rule. Indeed, years later, Kublai would enter a civil war against his younger brother, Erik Bok, when both of them held their own cruel ties, a Mongol council meeting, to determine who would be the next great Khan. The civil war between the two brothers resulted in the destruction of the Mongol capital city of Karakorum. Upon his victory, Kublai would ascend to undisputed leadership over his Khanate. Kublai would set out to conquer the Song dynasty of China for the dual purpose of expanding his Mongol empire and obtaining legitimacy as emperor via the Han Mandate of Heaven. He would go on to establish the Yuan dynasty of China, the first foreign dynasty in China, which would last up until the year 1368. Kublai Khan would go on to conquer present-day Korea and Siberia, while holding perhaps the most influence of all the Khanates in the Middle East and Europe, which he used to help secure the so-called Silk Road that would flourish in trade, commerce, and migration between Asia and Europe. His tolerance of religions and various cultures would actually help strengthen much of his power base in regions that otherwise may not have been so receptive to his rule. Indeed, Kublai would even enlist the famed Italian explorer Marco Polo as his personal foreign emissary for close to 2 decades. While great emphasis was certainly placed on academic, educational, cultural, and even scientific gains in Kublai's empire, his hunger to conquer never went away. His costly and failed invasions of Southeast Asia and Japan would perhaps be among the more famous attempts, with his attempted invasions of Japan being popularized in media such as the game Ghost of Tsushima. Eventually, Kublai would reportedly fall to depression after the death of his favorite wife and his primary heir. He turned to eating and drinking, suffering from gout and being overweight. Although he tried many treatments and cures at the time, he would pass away at the surprisingly old age of 78 in the year 1294 after an eventful life.